Well, when I first met Will, not only was he a first-time seller, but he was expecting his second child. One of the things that he really wanted was a nice, easy, stress-free transaction, and well, that's exactly what he got. Stick around and see what Will had to say about his experience.
Yeah, from the get-go, it's a daunting thing selling your house, and I think you really need to put a lot of research into who you go with, you know, what tactic you're going to take and stuff like that. I had another couple of agents come do some appraisals, and just didn't really feel sort of genuine enough. It didn't seem comfortable to sell with. Saw Luke's ads on Facebook, you know, plastered everywhere, sold as, and looked quite intriguing. So got Luke out and we did a bit of a walkthrough, and from the get-go it just seemed like Luke was on my side. Like, it was just, he was there to help me through it. Any questions I had, he was just easy. He wasn't pressuring at all, just allowed me time to think about it. You know, and that's where I sort of made that decision early on, and it was an easy one to make, that Luke was the right choice, because it just felt, you know, not forced, felt really natural, which was good. Every now and then Luke would get in touch with me and like, this is what's going on, and this is where we're at, and this is what we're going to do. And then within days, like, the things were done, like, that easy. You know, barely had to lift a finger to make all this stuff happen, which I had a whole different sort of thought in my head about the experience on what it would be like. I thought it would be sort of hard and to run around, and you'd have to put a lot of money up to get it done, but it really was easy. Just simple, straightforwards. After we had a stylist come through the house, she done like amazing job. The house looked fantastic. We had photos done. It looked like a completely different house. So appealing. And I think after it was launched, it was like 10 days, and Luke rang me with a fantastic offer that, you know, it was just easy, cool, exactly where we needed to be. It seemed like Luke had a genuine passion in real estate, and especially our area, like local. Like, come to the house prepared, knew his facts, knew the area, like he'd sold properties in my street before, you know, and I think that's a good thing to know. Luke doesn't seem like he's just after signing a heap of houses up and, you know, letting them try and sell themselves. He does the work for it. Like, he's coming out all the time, and he goes through on Facebook Lives, and he's constantly updating and advertising and just chasing as much of that advertising as he can to get the numbers up, you know, like, just to get everybody possible to see it. I like that. I think it's really good. It's he definitely never, you would never call Luke a lazy person. Like, sometimes I wonder if the guy's human, like, just works and works and works like crazy. Like, sometimes I get an email, it'll be like near midnight, oh, man, does this guy ever sleep? He rings me up and, oh, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just, you know, going to another one. I'm like, dude, it's 6:30 at night. He's like, oh, you know, you got to do it. It's crazy. Like, other agents out there, I suppose, you know, they could be good and whatnot, but the amount of commitment that Luke puts in, like, it just blows me away. I like that. It's really good. So the end result, where we ended up, and, you know, the price that it got for the house was fantastic. It allowed me to, you know, make some really good decisions for the future, what we're going to do, put me in a fantastic position, and just never expected to get where we got to. Like, from the early days, talking, you know, not thousands but tens of thousands of dollars in difference from first, you know, that initial look to selling. That's fantastic, and it's mind-boggling. It really is, because, you know, when you get an offer, and a fantastic offer at that, you're really blown away, and it sort of doesn't hit home for a little while until you think about it. You're like, oh, you know, like that money is really going to be helpful, especially for someone a bit younger. Sort of sets you up a little bit to move forwards in life. So I think that's a cool part of it as well. So early days in the piece, obviously did my research on different agents, had a few different appraisals done, and we're talking like the difference in appraisals was crazy. We started out at 265, 285 appraisals on the property, you know, and those particular agents were telling me to be reasonable with it and be realistic in my expectation of what I'm going to get. Don't overshoot it, because, you know, this is where it's at. For Luke to come in, and Luke said to me, he's like, you know, there's potential here, and, you know, let's go. Let's aim higher. Let's do what and follow the market and get that result that we need. So, you know, to look at that, you know, go from 265,000 to 355,000 as a sale price, it's just crazy. Like, you have to prepare yourself for that in the beginning. You know, you're sort of thinking like, all right, you know, 265, it gives us a little bit of movement and something to work with, but 355,000, that is just like unreal. It really is. It's fantastic. So it's, you know, there's a lot of tactics out there, a lot of other agents use and try and sign you off, but I'm just glad that I did my research, looked around and picked the best one for me, and Luke and his team have just been so fantastic. I wouldn't recommend anyone else over them, for sure.